let's go live with Vikram Khaitan. And Vikram, I just want, first of all, let me introduce you from the bio that you have given me. You have written about 5 non-fiction books, which are The Secrets to a Magical Life, How to Grow Rich and Become Wealthy, Master the Art of Aging Gracefully, Seeds of Advice to Sail Through Hard Times, Life Transformation with Bhagavad Gita. And then you have also ventured into fiction world and compiled the following 3 anthologies: Midnight Thrillers, Supernatural Romance, Staff Room Service Stories. So I find that you have written, you're a very prolific writer, writing fiction and non-fiction. And let me tell you, friends, he has been conferred with various awards, particularly in the literary world: Aesthetic Global Leadership Excellence Award, Asian Literary Award, Rabindranath Tagore Literary Award, Litroma Laureate Kolkata, Munshi Premchand Literary Award, and Stamp of Honor Singapore, and Literary Lounge Iconic Author Award. Besides all this, he has been also conducting workshops on presentation skills, on development, self development, and so on. So I'm so happy to have somebody so very famous, so well known in the literary field to address you. So, Vikram, can you share few of the secrets of few of or some part of your journey, how you have achieved this, so that our audience can know what your journey is like, what you have gone through to achieve this status in the literary world? Over to
Namaste
you.
to all audience, and thank you, Gita, for having me on this show. It is my privilege to be with you and speaking to you about my work. So, the author journey, I have been a writer throughout my life. I used to love writing my essays in school, and it gave me pleasure, especially when the teacher read it out to the class. And at my home, I had a huge collection of books that were, belonging to my grandparents and my parents. And my grandmother was a voracious, loud reader of so many, uh, what do you call, spiritually inclined books. And my father had books about everything like science and fiction and non-fiction, and I always saw him reading and doing nothing else at home. So he had a huge personal collection, and I used to take a peek in some of the books, and that's how it started, my relationship with the books. And yeah, I was writing for myself all the while until uh, I learned the ropes of how I could publish a book and bring it out to the people. So as you already mentioned, The Secrets to a Magical Life, this was my first book. And why this was my first book is because the first objective in life should be happiness, nothing else. If
Yeah.
I believe that it's not that success that gives you happiness, it's the happiness or the happy person who is more successful. So the first
Right.
objective in life should be happiness, and this is what I wanted to share with the audience. So I have mentioned so many things that one can do in life. There are endless list of things one can do, and that's how it started. And it was well received. It was received in 9 countries across the world. So I felt, yes, my words are reaching out. And then I was unstoppable. In my second book, I dealt with personal finance, how to manage your personal finance. It was called How to Grow Rich and Become Wealthy. Now, happiness cannot be sustained without money, because that's a medium of exchange. You pay and buy things only with money. So unless you
Yeah.
have that and else you know how to handle it, so the happiness is not really very sustainable. And then, of course, besides all that, you need good health prima facie, and you need both physical and mental stability. And you have to be, again, living a healthy life, and also worry free life. So it begins from the childhood. It's not that once you grow older then only you realize that how to handle life. It begins from childhood,
So,
and that's why I came up with the
Vikram,
book Aging
so
Gracefully. Yeah.
there is something which is familiar with between both of us. You know what?
Yes.
I also always say that we must take care of all aspects of our life. It is not sufficient if you are only focusing on your career or business or on wealth. You should be able to um, place same importance, or maybe to all aspects known as the wheel of life. So, everywhere in all my topics, whatever I write, I definitely take care of these aspects that you should be, um, willing to do whatever is possible in different areas of life. So, in this aspect, I go with you. So, as I see that, do you believe that if you have to be successful, you need to have goals in each area of your life?
Certainly. You see, you need to have goals and you need to make your life less complicated. And I will come to a detailed discussion when I will, I'll be talking about the today's major topic that you have brought up with, that how you can
Yes,
achieve anything that you want in life.
want in life. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
So can you throw
there is
some
a
light
formula.
on that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
there is a
definitely.
formula.
Yes.
There is a formula. There is a definite formula. It is not that somebody, is lucky enough, or you are not lucky enough. It's not like that. There is a formula. You can adopt it. You can work on it, and you can achieve anything that you want in life. And let me begin with a statement that money can't buy everything. You know, but
Right.
there is one currency which can get you everything that you want. I will be talking about it in just a short while. Now, first
Mm,
of all, before you begin this journey of achieving everything that you want in life, what you need is quit
mm,
three things. Number one is your comfort zone. The
mm,
moment you are shelled into the cocoon of your comfort zone, you cannot move ahead in life. So you have to be willing to make those sacrifices of your comfort before
mm.
you venture into something.
Right.
It could be for anybody, a student or a working professional or a housewife or whatever. If you want to achieve something more than ordinary, you have to come out of your comfort zone. The second thing is
Right.
your laziness. Now, procrastination and laziness are not exactly the same thing. In procrastination, you try to finish up your work on the last day. So if you got an assignment with a 10 days delivery time and somebody finishes it on first day and somebody finishes it on 10th day, the quality of the work could be equally good, but
Hmm.
a person takes it to the last moment to finish the work. That is procrastination. But the lazy person is not willing to put that required input into achieving anything. It's just a daydreamer. So
Oh.
laziness has to be done away with. And the third one is the loser attitude, the surrender. When you have assessed yourself and you have told yourself that you can't do it, you're not good for it, you're not made for it. So
Hmm.
if you these three things you have to first of all give away in life before you begin the journey. Why? Because losers focus on winners and winners focus on living. I'll give you an
Wow.
example of this. I'll give you an example of this. A deer technically runs faster than a lion. We know that.
Right.
It's a scientifically
Yes.
proven fact. But the deer
Yeah.
keeps looking back when the lion is chasing. And that
Huh.
cuts down its speed of running, and the lion gets him eventually because the lion is focused on catching the deer. So this is one thing that you have to bring out your mindset in a manner that you are able to receive what I'm going to tell you now. And now I'll say there are three keys to success. First of all, you should have a clarity of purpose. If you have
Right.
clarity of purpose, you know what to do, and you can't do anything unless you know what you want. So, what do you want to achieve? What do you want
Hmm.
to be successful with? So, if you have that kind of clarity at the outset, then you can plan how to achieve that. Okay. Second thing is
Right.
you need to have the growth mindset. People are
Right.
studying in schools, colleges, universities, and if you ask them what is the aim of your life, oh, I want to get a starting job where I can get some 20, 25,000. Anybody can get a 20, 25,000 rupees job today, but you need to have a growth mindset. This is one life that you got. You don't know. I don't remember what I was in my past life. I have no clue what I'll be in my next life. So this is that one life in my awareness, in my consciousness that I have, and I have to make the most of it. So you need to make the most of it, not the least of it. So you need to have the growth mindset. The third thing
Right.
is courage. Once you jump into something, Gita, I'm seeing you for a while that whatever you take up, you don't lose courage. You keep jumping at it. No matter
Yeah.
how hard it is, how difficult it is, you are trying to do that. You are trying to crack it in the end. And that courage is very important to get you going. Okay. Also, one
Yes.
thing I'll tell you most importantly, we are emotional people as human beings. We've got a group of friends to hang around with, but your success will be the average of five best people around you.
Oh, right, right, right.
Yeah, it's a rummy. It's a rummy of life. Please select your cards wisely. Who are those five people who's going to be around
Want
with
to.
you? Who are you going to hang around with? Who are the people you need to let them go? So it's a very
So
hard decision. You have to do this, right? And then going
very,
forward, I'll
very
tell you
true.
now what is that currency. I told you at the outset that there is a currency with which you can buy or get anything that you want. And what is the thing which has got the maximum value in this world? It is time.
Oh,
Time
right, right.
is the currency which enables you to get whatever you want. Okay. And I'm telling you, we are all equally rich with that resource. We all get that 24 hours every day. So nobody can say I'm less privileged or I'm deprived or I'm anything that, somebody else can do it. I cannot. So we get this currency every day. We are all equally rich. Now, what is the difference? How you spend this time. How you spend this time makes all the difference. This is your discretion, and this power of discretion will make all the difference in lives. The life between two people, two cricketers who must have joined at the same time, two film stars who came into the movies for the same time, or two businessmen who started a business at the same time. They grow differently. Why? How they spent their time, how they
That's
utilized it. Their discretion gives them the power to make the difference. Now, you can get anything that you put your time into. I
into.
hope by now you are totally convinced that yes, you command that currency which is invaluable, and money lost can be earned back. Time lost cannot be earned
Right,
back
you're right.
by doing anything. So it is something which is going on, wasting. And now you'll ask me, okay, now I've understood the concept that time is the most valuable thing. How can I make the best of it? Again, I'll give you three tips. You know, I love giving
Hmm.
three tips for everything. So
Right.
So the first
So
one
I
is,
think before we proceed, I just want
yeah,
to convey to the audience, they are giving some comments, so we will come back to that later on. But let me just give you an instance of how me and Vikram are associated. We had the first publicathon. Incidentally, just because I was present when the list was being read out, I was designated as the team lead. And Vikram, he had already written two books, and then I was the lead who had no idea of writing. So when we came together, he told me very clearly, Gitaji, you be the admin leader, but me, I know how it is to be published. I will take care of all the technical parts. And I was very shy. I never used to speak and all that. And we had a lot of challenges. Some of us had some health issues. But one person had a surgery. One person was not coming forward and saying whether he has written or not, and we both used to get a little worried. But then I used my some tricks that I know when I can handle people, how it was. And Vikram also did that, and I kept quiet. But what happened is, we together we could publish in time. And I kept mum when it was declared. And Vikram, he came back and gave a big shout out to me and put all credit on me. So that is the human side of Vikram. Any leader for that matter. Of course, I took leadership role, but he was a true leader, showing his human side, technically helping each and every person who had some challenge. And that is what I wanted to bring out in this forum, that when you take up leadership roles, you need to understand your people, you need to take care of, find out the strengths and weaknesses of the people, and make sure that all are on one platform. So here I just want to show my appreciation to Vikram, who was a true leader along with me, though I took the leadership, but he was there with me. And that really went, because you talked about how to cricketers. I just wanted to bring this, into picture, like Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar and all that. So one hats off to you. Now you please continue, because
Yeah,
in
thank you,
between
Gita.
I'll
Thank
bring
you.
some
Thank
tidbits.
you. That was a lavish shower of appreciation. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, so I was coming to you for three tools of how to make best of your time. Now that you've known time is your most valuable resource, so how to make best of it. And those three tools, the first one is work smarter and not harder. If I tell you about the 80-20 rule, the Pareto's principle, that 20% of the work in an organized manner, in a structured manner, can deliver 80% of the results. So it is not just about slogging day and night, but doing things rightly. Not about doing the right things, but how you do things rightly.
Rightly.
The
Yeah,
second
right.
rule I would say is very important one, is the 21-90 rule. It takes 21 days to form a habit and 90 days to change your lifestyle completely. Now, if you figure out that you have to work upon your lifestyle, there is something missing in it. Now you have to develop certain good habits, which will take about 3 weeks or 21 days. And then you need 90 days to just come out of that old lifestyle and adopt new. So it is a very simple way of doing it. Now, how do you do it? Again, the third rule is the 1% rule. Not too much, just 1% growth every day into what you want to achieve. If you just keep on improving yourself 1% per day,
Yeah,
that's it.
it,
In
yeah.
90
It
days,
proves you
imagine
by
where you will be.
137%.
Yeah,
Atomic
yeah,
Habits by
exactly.
James
And
Clear.
it has got all, it has got all cumulative impact.
Yes.
What you
Compounded.
earned. Yeah, so today's 100 becomes 101, then it is 1% of 101, then it is 1% of 102. So it's a very, very cumulative growth, and you won't know how you will exceed your own expectations in a short while.
I'm
So
sure the audience may be taking notes, because valuable nuggets coming from Vikram Khaitan.
yeah, thank you so much. And I would like to make a statement here that do what you need to do first. Do what you
Mm,
need to do first before you do what you want to do.
right.
Okay? So the need is in quote marks and want is in quote marks. Do what you need to do first before you do what you
What
want
you
to do. Yeah.
right.
So you spoke about setting goals. Yes, you have to set goals, and the goals are SMART goals. SMART. That's the acronym for specific.
Let's see.
The goals have to be very specific. It cannot be very generalized or loosely worded. What you want to achieve exactly, that has to be specified. It should be measurable. How much quantum, if you can achieve, is called an achievement. Okay. If you want to earn money, how much money should you earn? Then it is called like you are earning enough. Okay. Then it has to
Yes.
be achievable. It should not be like you want to land on the moon all of a sudden without any background of astronomy. It should not be like that. It has to be
Right.
realistic. Yeah, it has to be realistic. Anybody should be able to achieve if you try to achieve that, and it has to be time bound. You cannot say that one day, someday. You have to set a deadline, that by this deadline, as you mentioned, that we had set a deadline to publish a book together, and that was a time bound plan. Accordingly,
Yeah.
you have to work backwards. And how do you set your goals? You have to set your goals around your value pillars. Now,
Value
what are the
system.
value pillars? Your health, your wealth, your social status, your education, your family, your relationships, your spouse, your children, whoever are your value system, your own ecosystem, where all what do you value the most? At the moment, what do you value the most? In the long run, what do you value the most? Like that, you have to have your value system. Out of that, you have to set up smart goals. Having said that, you need to have a determined action plan to pursue your goals.
Goals. Right.
Okay, simply
Yes.
desiring will not get you anywhere. Simply wanting it without action will not get you anywhere. Now, that is the karma which I keep talking about in my books.
Yes.
Life is complicated, lifestyle is complicated. People have made it complicated. Life as such isn't complicated. You need to have a strong mindset of inner strength to deal with your inner vices, kama, krodha, mada, lobha, moksha, vatsarya. All these are your inner vices, and you need to have a control over that. So that was my next book, Seeds of Advice to Sail
Seeds of
Through Hard
advice.
Times.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and those were the days, during the lockdown period, people were very disheartened, they were depressed, demoralized, and people came back saying, yes, this book helped us a lot.
Helped us.
Yeah, though they were having this advantage of getting a right book at the right time in their
Right
hand.
time.
So yeah, so
And they,
as
one book,
continuing with my the thing that I was
life
telling you.
transformation. Life
Yeah, yeah,
transformation.
yeah. I'll come to that. So you need to have a focused approach. Now, what is a focused approach? Suppose
Hmm.
I'll give you an example. If you want to draw water from the ground,
Hmm.
you may have to drill 100 feet down at one point.
Hmm.
And suppose if you drill one foot at 100 places, will it get you anything? It will not get you anything.
No.
So focused approach is that one thing. You have to put in all your energy into that, all your determination into that until you reach where you want to. So that is
Right.
the focused approach. You have to develop that for anything that you do, anything you wish to get. And how do you get that?
Hmm.
How do you get that focus in your mind? How do you get the strength to maintain that focus? That comes from meditation. Talking
Hmm.
about meditation, I always write books what my readers want to read. They come back with me when they interact with me. Okay, next time we would like to read something like this from you. So
Oh, right.
yeah, so I start working on that project, and I am in no hurry that I have to finish a book in 3 months or 4 months. This particular book, Life Transformation with the Bhagavad Gita. Now, this is the seeds of advice that I had just told you about, and
Hmm.
this is Life Transformation with the Bhagavad Gita. Now, in
Yeah.
this, there is a English translation of sloka to sloka English translation. At the same time, it has been crafted as a
Huh.
tool to transform your life. There are activities, there are introspective questions to be answered, and this tool eventually will transform your life. That is my guarantee to you. And it is like a practical use of the available wisdom that is there in the world. I believe that there is enough ample wisdom in India itself. It's such a rich civilization with such thousands of years of glorious pursuit of intelligence, education, and whatever spirituality you call it. So it's a very, very divine atmosphere in the country where, despite whatever is lost, we still have enough. There is enough to feed the brains of the entire world. You know, Again, people came to
Right.
me and said that, see, we are corporate people, we want short books with short messages.
Huh.
So now I'm working on a corporate series. The first one is already up there on Amazon. It is called Corporate Hanuman Chalisa. Now, in
Hmm.
that, Hanuman Chalisa means 40 verses are there, and each verse has got a wisdom of corporate excellence. So this is
Right.
what I'm trying to bring out through that book, and there are going to be more in that series. We'll probably discuss them another time when those books come out. So I hope
So,
now you are clear with
the
how you can achieve anything in the world that you want to, and what is the method. I've told you everything, though it was on a fast-paced track, but yeah, but I hope the message has gone through.
it's very clear, Vikram. If you want to achieve something, you have the goal and you focus deeply on that without wasting your time. Think of time as a resource which will not be available to you. With I mean, it remains constant for everybody. It's very clear, and I'm sure the audience is enjoying whatever you nuggets you are passing on. See, I just want to take you a little away from all this, because the difference that I see from what I write is I also write about this, but I'm very practical and very simple. But you go deep into the philosophy, the spiritual aspect, the ancient scriptures, and that is the difference that I see in the way I write and the way you write, which is very deep and philosophical and touching on different aspects of life. But I want to ask you something. See, with all this, we were both writing fiction. You went into non-fiction. You have brought out something like midnight thrillers and then supernatural romance, all different. Why did you think of that? Why did you think of writing something in a different genre? And what prompted you to do that? And what is it that you have achieved by going into a different genre?
See, as I told you that I write what my readers demand from me. So
Okay.
when
Yeah.
when I was writing this non-fiction, I came across many wannabe writers who wanted to get a hand on writing, and each one of them had some story in mind, but they were not big enough for making a novel. And some people, as you said, that non-fiction requires a lot of deep study, a deep research into the subject. When you want to refer certain scriptures, then you need to have a thorough understanding, because the word
Right.
author comes from authority. So until you have gained the authority in the subject, you are not able to write, not even able to talk about it.
Right.
So there are some wannabe authors, and there are some fellow authors who prompted me to bring out an anthology, at least containing 8 to 10
Hmm.
stories from different people. So the
Hmm.
first of that came through as midnight thrillers.
Hmm.
This was a anthology of thrillers itself. It's all these stories so thrilling, and I wish you read it around midnight to get the maximum impact in your brain, because yeah, they're very scary stories. So if you are a very weak-hearted person, you should not try that. The second one was the spiritual supernatural romance. This is supernatural romance. Now, in this, there was a touch of romance along with the supernatural. So that makes
Oh.
it even more scarier, because once you talk about romance, you are off guarded, but when it is supernatural, then again you are guarded again. So this
Right.
was it, and we could have gone ahead with these kind of things, but again, yeah, if there are more people willing to join me and write like this, in the thriller segment or mystery or
So,
anything. So
so this is one another quality of Vikram which I want to bring to the audience, because he started a show, Sip and Talk with Vikram, where he brought all of us first time writers. He brought us on the show and projected our books. He talked about our books. So this is what Vikram is all about, trying to help the wannabe writers, give them the support, put them, showcase their work. So I just want to give another thumbs up to Vikram for trying to take care of the authors who want to write. Now, Vikram, now let me just some few questions, I would say immediate answers you should give. Okay. So, first one,
Yeah,
who has
can I interrupt
inspired?
you? Can
Yeah,
I interrupt you? Can I interrupt you for one moment?
right,
There's
sure.
a third part of the anthology. This is called Staff Room Stories.
Yeah, right, right.
250 teachers across India are in connection with me, and so many of them have contributed stories. And this is
Oh,
an anthology of stories from schools, and some of them are really, real time experiences of those teachers. And the second
wow,
volume
it's
is
deep.
coming soon, which is called Playground Stories. Again, that is around students and playgrounds, and yeah, so this is the
Hats
kind of
off
work.
to you,
Yeah,
Vikram,
Gita,
for bringing out all these stories from different authors. I should really compliment you. Yeah,
thank you.
I thought they are from the school staff room stories, definitely right. But all the teachers, in addition to teachers, even other authors would have written in that. And
Yes,
that's really, really great of you.
thank you.
So, yeah, now some bit quick round of questions.
Yes, thank you.
Who has inspired you the most and why?
Among writers, I used to love reading Munshi Premchand. The way he
Pardon me?
used to, Munshi Premchand, amongst the
Oh,
writers.
Munshi Premchand. Yeah, you have got a
Yes, yes.
Munshi Premchand award also added to your.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
Munshi
I
Premchand.
loved his way of writing. And then there are hundreds of authors that I have read and loved. Each one
So
of
that
them is
means you can even go ahead with writing in Hindi. Is
I
that
can. I have not tried it yet. Maybe I don't have the adequate infrastructure of, I type my books on computers. I don't write on diary and then transfer. So maybe someday I'll do that.
what are you passionate about besides reading and writing?
Oh, I'm passionate about meeting people and talking to them. I do a lot of, seminars, and I attend talk shows. And yeah, I love talking to people, interacting with them, and exchanging ideas with them.
Okay. Now that you have talked about helping people or giving nuggets on what they want to achieve in life, let me ask you, what is that single most thing that you want to achieve in life?
I think I'm achieving what I want to achieve every day of my life. I
That's
do
great.
really what I want to do, and I love what I'm doing. So I don't think I'm running
We
after
should be
anything. Things
happy
are,
and grateful for whatever we are able to do. Very good.
yes, yes, yes. Every day I sleep
Yeah.
happy. With whatever I have achieved, I'm happy with that.
Another one liner. What is the secret of your success? One liner.
My
What is the
happiness,
secret of your success?
my happiness.
Your happiness.
Yes.
What is that one thing which you don't like, which you want to change, but maybe you have not been able to do it?
About
One
me,
thing. What is that one thing which you don't like, which you
mm,
see is happening and you want to change, but you have not been able to?
the attitude of people. I wish I could change that.
Attitude of people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Finally, what is the single message that you want to communicate to the audience who are listening to us?
I just want to tell this: you can achieve whatever you want to. You have the resource in your hand, and the most valuable resource is your time. Whatever you put your time into, you can achieve that. Go ahead and grab it.
So if you focus and you put your time and effort into it, you can achieve whatever you want. That is the message that you want to
That is the
communicate to
message.
everybody.
Yes.
Thank you, Vikram, for being on the show. I am indeed very happy to have you because this is my first interview based challenge that I have taken up. And I'm so happy that you were ready without any forewarning. They were ready to come and help me. In fact, you wrote to me, anything for you, Gita ji, and it really, I was very happy to have that because generally it is very difficult to get an appointment and you were there, just like we have been used to whatever you do for others. I'm so happy, and I would like to wish that all of you are also there with you all the time to help you, to support you, and to encourage you the way you are doing for all of us. Thank you very much. It was really wonderful. All all the nuggets that you have given, I'll be consolidating under the write up after the show, because today, as you know, a I had a long day starting at 6 o'clock and going by train and just reaching before the show. So thank you so much. It
Thank
was
you very much.
wonderful.
Thank you everyone
Thank
for
you.
your patience and enthusiasm. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gita ji, for having me here. Namaste.
Thank you, audience, for being there, listening to us. You were wonderful. Thank you for some of the flaws. I'm very sorry about that. We had a network issue and the power had gone. But thank you very much for listening patiently. So I'll just end the stream. Thank you.